when Mercury is in Gatorade or whatever that is.
Retrograde. There's a planet in retrograde often, and all it is anything out of alignment, incongruent, no longer serving you energetically might start to bubble up and surface. And so often it is just an energy. Like we might not even have words for it. Something just feels off or funky or heavy, or you're just exhausted. And it seems like there's no reason behind this. First and foremost, just know you can be creating and powerful and aligned and in flow, even in retrograde seasons. When something feels off or funky, it's an opportunity to get more anchored into being intentional.
Mix 102.5, the best mix from the 90s to now. Big Poppa in the afternoon, Mental Wellness Wednesday. Life coach Rebeccah Silence, RebeccahSilence.com for all of your Rebeccah Silence needs. Rebeccah, how are you?
I am so well and so grateful to be here. Let's go.
We've hinted at this before, but I really want to take a deep dive. Um, when Mercury is in Gatorade or whatever that is.
Retrograde.
Yes,
Mhm.
that too. And like full moons and like there's a blue moon this week and all that stuff. For the longest time, I thought it was like hogwash, but then as I take a step back and I look at things and how things are playing out, like what happened with me this week, like there's some cosmic energy going on. Can we talk about this a little bit?
Absolutely. And here's the thing. I mean, retrograde is pretty much, as far as I understand, now this is not my expertise. I'll disclaimer that. But pretty much always happening in some way, shape, or form, meaning there's a planet in retrograde often, and all it is anything out of alignment, incongruent, no longer serving you energetically might start to bubble up and surface. And so often it is just an energy. Like we might not even have words for it. Something just feels off or funky or heavy, or you're just exhausted. And it seems like there's no reason behind this. First and foremost, just know you can be creating and powerful and aligned and in flow, even in retrograde seasons. All the blue moon is there's a second full moon this month. It's very rare. It doesn't happen every year. It doesn't happen often. That in a month we have two full moons. So that's all a blue moon is. But
Oh, okay.
I think what's most important to know is when something feels off, there's an opportunity to give yourself more love, more compassion, and to just pay more attention to what are you needing and to what's going on around you. Don't make it mean you're doing something wrong. There's a problem, you're in trouble, something bad is happening. When something feels off or funky, it's an opportunity to get more anchored into being intentional. And that really is the medicine for alleviating and curing the funk, getting intentional. If I'm not intentional, I'm blowing in the wind. If I'm not intentional, I have zero power and control over the moment I'm in. That is so big, what I just said. What we're doing so often, especially in our just busy, chaotic day to day. And I think COVID did us a favor, slowing us down and getting us more still. But we can
Sure.
still easily just get into hustle and bustle mode, right? All of us, me included. So, what we're programmed to do is just react. What we're programmed to do is compromise ourselves, sacrifice ourselves, make the best of, instead of learning the art and skill of setting ourselves up well and living life on our terms. So, retrograde is just an opportunity to even more turn the volume up on the possibility, the intention of living life on your terms. And here's the deal, none of us are broken, and we all have heartbreak. None of us are immune to trauma. None of us come out unscathed. And I say this neutrally, meaning we've been through the ringer. Every single freaking one of us has been through the ringer. And whatever it is, that hurt you, that shut you down, that pissed you off, that has you wanting to run away from yourself, from life, it's not more powerful than you. And all intention means is I say, this is what the experience I want to have is. Another really big mistake a lot of people make without meaning to is they think they can't be okay until all the external details change. Once my partner behaves better, once I've lost the weight, once I have more money in the bank account, once
Mm.
my kid stops being a little jerk, then it can be my turn. Then I can get relief. Then I can get rest. Or once I'm on vacation, I can take a break. We don't want, as cliche as this is, to keep needing a break from our lives. Set your life up in such a
Right.
way where it's a relief, where your life is comforting and soothing and working for you. For business owners, we teach this a lot, right? Your business should work for you, right? Not you work for it. And the same is true with life. Your life should work for you. So retrograde seasons are just moments to check in and go, is my life working for me? Am I in control or am I at the effect? And I do think it's challenging when so many of the people you love and know and interact with, they're in reactivity. We can justify it so easily where we think we have no power or control. We're just in constant reaction, but you can be the exception. You can be the one in your circle, in your workplace, in your family, in your community that goes, I refuse to abandon my truth and what takes care of me. I refuse to abandon my right to, at the very least, be intentional moment to moment. I don't do anything that isn't what I'm powerfully choosing. I do what I
Right.
want when I want. That doesn't mean everything's fun. My cancer checkups, no, thank you. But I powerfully choose it. I'm not powerfully, choosing sacrifice. I'm powerfully choosing to not be powerless to anything or anyone for any reason. And that is what every single one of you can step into.
It's a Mental Wellness Wednesday with life coach Rebeccah Silence. Name of the book, Coming Back to Life. Get it wherever books are sold. Of course, you can check out RebeccahSilence.com. Incredible stuff as always. We'll talk to you next week.
Bye, everyone.